Yes, having fun on this Sunday. Hope you're enjoying so far what we're doing. For the month of May, we're doing some special things in May. And one of the things that will be special is I'm introducing you to an interior designer by the name of Darren Bart. And over the next 4 weeks during the month of May, Darren will be here to show us and teach us a couple of things when it comes to interior design. So it's all about design with Darren. We could say we came up with that. Yeah. We came up with that, yeah. Design with Darren.
Design with Darren.
Darren Bart, welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Darren, as I said, has been an interior designer for a few years, jumped out into the world of entrepreneurship and doing this full time.
Yes.
First of all, Darren, I think one of the big things before we get into what you're going to be discussing and bringing to the table over the next 4 weeks, so many people do so many home projects at home, and they okay, I'm going to just do over this room, and they feel they can do it on their own. And why do we need an interior designer to come in and tell us what we should do with our rooms in our house?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. We bring a professional eye. We bring a different take. We are very creative in our work. A lot of people still ask the question, what are you here for?
Yes.
And a lot of people then admit, I now understand after, because we manage your projects. We bring everything together with a different eye, So I would see these colors mixing with these colors or contrasting with that, and just taking the burden off of the client.
Yeah. You would say, okay, don't just paint that wall cream. You can paint that wall.
You can paint it gray, you can paint it teal, you can paint it. We just bring life to your space. A lot of us in the Caribbean, well, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, we love cream.
Yeah.
We love off-white.
Yes.
We're very devoid of color in our lives.
And we are such a colorful people.
And we are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So Darren just sold why we need an interior designer. So that's why Darren is here. And as I said, we're really going to be actually sharing with you free of some good tips, and he's going to be discussing renovation.
Yes, today.
And over the next few weeks, I think Darren will be dealing specifically with different rooms re-renovation. But opening this morning, how do I even begin? So I have lots of ideas that I want to do. I want to put a room here, go probably build upstairs, how do I even begin a renovation project?
I mean, there are different steps. But to me, we have to maximize your decorating and design budget. First of all, you make a design wish list. I mean, I made my own list here, exactly how it should go. So you decide, all right, I'm going to hire an interior designer. You're walking there blind. You are not sure what this designer is going to bring. You would have seen his or her work, and you would have loved it. A lot of people are concerned, I can't afford it. But in reality, a lot of us work with your budget.
Yeah.
We let you know what is realistic, we let you know what is not realistic, and we begin.
Right.
So first of all, you make a design wish list. So you give your imagination free rein.
Right. And this is pending budget. This is
Correct.
despite budget.
This is despite budget.
This is a wish list.
This is a wish list. Yes.
Yeah.
What do I want to do with my space?
Right.
I can add 2 rooms.
Yes.
I can retile. I can recarpet. I can do anything. So you just let your imagination go. You write that list down. With everything in our life, we write things down and make it a reality. Then you determine your actual budget. You be brutally honest. A lot of us say, I want to change this in kitchen, but I'm not sure what it's going to cost me. I have $20,000 here. But then I like this kitchen. I think it's going to cost more. Be honest. If you have $5,000, you have $5,000. If you have $20,000, you have $20,000.
Don't try to do a renovation project a $20,000 renovation project with $5,000.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't work.
Does
Yeah.
not work.
The maths just don't make sense. Right?
Another step, familiarize yourself with price tags.
Right.
So you hit the stores, you hit the internet, you hit catalogs. So you know what's happening. There are a lot of persons who have no idea what things cost, what material costs, what a bag of cement costs, what a kitchen cabinet costs, hardware. We just have no idea because we would have gotten either inherited a house or gotten a finished house. So we have no idea what it's going to cost to buy a gallon of paint to refinish a wall. So just little things, just familiarize ourselves with the price tags at any shop or, I mean the internet, Google is our friend.
Yes. Yeah.
So we just look up, we find, and we make it work.
Yeah.
We will go with, let's say, prioritizing your purchases and your labor. So you decide what you want to purchase and what labor you want to have done. So you have tiles. If tiling your floor is it's a priority, then that's your priority. Because a lot of us, we would begin a project and we realize, I needed to paint this wall, but we are buying a sofa. And your sofa is still, it can give you 3 years. When this wall, there are lots of things. So you have a water leak, so you have water spots, or you have, or the paint is flaking. So we have to prioritize what is necessary. You can also draft a decorating or a design plan. So prior to meeting with your interior designer, we have a lot of people who are very, what's the best word? We are very prepared. So you draft your plan. You say, all right, Darren, this is what I think can happen. This is what I want to do. And we sit and we discuss. We have a consultation, and we move forward from there. Moving forward, it's always good to invest in important room features. What I mean,
explain that.
It could be new flooring. It could be built-in cupboards. It could be permanent components in your room, like well-made furniture, a piece of art, or a standout, anything. Just something that can be taken down generation to generation, or add some sort of value to your home. Because if you're doing a renovation, it has to add value. We can't take away from that, from what your house will cost or the valuation, if necessary. Let's get into talking about making trade-offs or juggling expenses. If you're in dire need of a new kitchen cabinet, you don't have to, this ties in with previous, with talking about prioritizing. If you don't need to purchase that artwork, if you visited the art gallery and I love it, you know, if something else needs that attention, figure it out. What makes sense right now?
What do I need?
What do I need right now, especially in this renovation? Because a lot of us, we are mid-renovation.
You guys give advice where that is concerned?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So in other words, if you see the client saying, okay, I really like that piece of art, that will look good just over the lamp in the living room. And then you say, well, yeah, but...
Is it necessary? Do you need that right now?
The floor in the living room is more important.
This is more important. Exactly.
Right.
So, do you need to purchase this artwork? That could be done after. It can be purchased next month. It can be purchased next 3 months.
So there's a level of consultancy as well that you guys would bring to the table.
Definitely. We are here to empathize. We are here to provide that care for our clients, because it's a customer-based relationship. So I am entering into a new relationship with you, and you will have to trust me because you're putting me in control of your home. So that's a definite. We have to build that trust. We have to have that rapport. Let's go into talking about having a reserve cash. So you have a contingency. Things happen. Unexpected accidents, unexpected purchases, mishaps. So it's always good to have a contingency, a 10 to 15% of your overall budget. knowing what can happen, well, we won't even know. I may not even know, but we know something may happen. So let's just have that reserve there just in case. So if you want to change flooring in your living room, but it means you also have to change in your kitchen. You didn't cater for that. But if it means that it's going to disrupt the flow or it's going to look bad, just plain talk, bad manners, then we have to discuss, okay, can we afford to do this? Do we have anything in our contingency to allow this? Right?
Yeah.
And let's talk about just phasing it in. You can't do everything on your wish list. Just be realistic.
Right.
So if you're going to do your floors today, you can do your floors today. You can do your kitchen cabinet next 3 months.
Right.
Just phase it in. If you can't afford to do the entire space in one go, just phase it in.
I like that one. Phase it in. Yeah. Phase it in. That's a nice one. All right. So Darren, over the next few weeks, you are going into specific rooms. So we're going to talk about the kitchen. We're going to talk to the living room,
the bathroom,
and you're going to get specific over the next couple of weeks.
Things we can do in one day.
Yeah.
Things you can do in 1 hour.
Right.
Things you can do in 1 weekend.
Right.
We'll even talk about your desired wish list.
Right.
Luxuries in your bathroom.
Right.
Things that we look at on HGTV or we look at in magazines and say, well, I can't afford that. But it's simple.
Right.
Little fixes. Because we also have to remember, do I need to do an entire renovation or do I have to just spruce this place up?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to get into over the next few weeks.
Nice. One of the quick things just before we wrap. I mean, my style, or what I think is my style and what I may like, as opposed to Chris's style, would be two totally different styles. You would have two clients that will be, I mean, and I'm supposing you would have a style too in terms of what you think. How do you deal with two different clients and you would come to me and say, yeah, Joel, I know you like this and this and that, and then you have to go to someone else with an entirely different style.
It's all about compartmentalizing things.
Yeah.
So we listen. I
like dark, gloomy colors, and then other people may like bright, bold colors.
Bold colors. Well, hopefully it works because hopefully you don't like this and your wife likes something different.
That's a totally different discussion.
That's a totally different. And that happens. So at that point we have to sit, discuss, figure out who likes what and what can work in your space. Because what you like may not work in this space.
Yeah. My brother.
No problem.
Design with Darren. Every Sunday we wrap things up during the month of May. He'll be here, as I said, going through little tips and tricks that you could probably use in your own home. And he's on social media.
I'm on social media. DGB Concepts.
DGB Concepts.
Yes.
DGB Concepts. Check it out. All right. Thank you very much, Darren. That's going to do it, folks. Hope you had fun. We serenaded you on a Sunday. Good music to the top and some nice fun stuff at the bottom. We'll see you back here next week, Friday, because remember, your weekend starts with a cup of Joe.